What is up, everybody? I'm Brian from the Goosebumps here, coming with you with another unboxing video. And as you guys can tell, I am once again tired because I just came back from work. So enough babbling, and let's get on with this unboxing. I'm guessing that we're gonna do this reverse. Oh man, I'm excited. It's one of my favorite unboxings. I have the original print, all 62 books of the Goosebumps. All original 62, and all of its original prints, and most of them are in mint condition. As you guys can tell, there's a little bit of like damage over here. We have number 62, Monster Blood 4. Number 61, I Live in Your Basement. Number 60, Werewolf Skin. How we doing? Number 59, The Haunted School. Number 58, Deep Trouble 2. Number 57, My Best Friend is Invisible. Most of these books I've never read or held, that's for sure. Especially so far, every single book I have in my hand right here, except for Deep Trouble 2 and Werewolf Skin. Every other book I've never held in my hand ever. Also, oh, this is one of my favorites, The Curse of Camp Cold Lake. Classic. That one's great. One of the best. Don't Go to Sleep. Alright. Look at the price of that. 50 cents back in the day. Jesus Christ. Chicken. I'm gonna try to take the sticker off as gentle as possible, because if it was placed in a different, spot on the book, I would have no problem, but I want to show the face. So bear with me. There's the face. Chicken. A lot of hate, but I'm pretty excited to read this book. Oh yeah, there's gonna be 2 parts to this video, where I'm showing you all the books. I was gonna do alphabetical, number order, but we're doing it backwards because everyone else has done it 1 to 62. I'm gonna do 62 to 1. Be original. And also, the part 2 of this video is gonna be me organizing each book of which one I'm least excited for to the one I'm most excited for. So stay tuned to that. How I Learned to Fly. Never held that one either. Ooh. Beware of the Snowman. As you guys can tell, some of these later books on our Elstein's original 62 were, in some opinions, most weren't so good, because I think the idea was to make 100, but he didn't even get to there, because of the decline of the Goosebumps extravaganza. Okay. How are we doing this? Gotta be careful with these books. Number 50, Calling All Creeps. The episode was great. Never read the book. Never held the book in my hand either. Vampire Breath. Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns. I remember I had an elementary school friend who was obsessed with this one. He told me to read it. I never did at the time, but I'm gonna read it now. Oh! One of the books I'm most excited for has a sticker on it. Legend of the Lost Legend. That's great. I'm excited for this book for sure. Because this one, this one is one of the rare ones of this original 62. This one and Monster Blood 4. These are really rare to find. I'm really glad I have it in my hand. Excited to read that. Ooh, it's coming out nicely. Yes! I win! Alright. How to Kill a Monster. Let me tell you something. The episode, every time the monster would get attacked, it would make some sound. Where they got that sound from was from the Alien franchise. So every time you hear an alien getting shot, or the monster getting attacked. It came from there. Ghost Camp. Okay. A lot of people like that one. I'm gonna have to see for myself. Say cheese and die again. The Beast from the East. Everyone's saying this one's really good, so I'm gonna put this up there because I wasn't really excited for it as a kid and even to this day. But now I'm gonna actually read it because everyone's telling me like, oh, it's one of the best, if not the best. People are putting this in their top 10, so I'm gonna read that. Egg Monsters from Mars. This is R.L. Stine's take on the Alien franchise, so I'm gonna see if it's good or not. Bad Hair Day. This is on there almost everyone's bottom 10. I have to see that for myself. Night of the Living Dummy 3, in my opinion, one of the best episodes. I'm gonna let you guys know which ones I read as a kid. So far, none of these later books. Okay, so which one's that one? Number 40. So we'll do this. This is number 39. How I Got My Shrunken Head. In my opinion, I think this is like one of the most iconic book covers and of the Goosebumps franchise. But now a lot of people could agree with me on that. Oh, this one too. The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. That one I did read as a kid. The Headless Ghost. The Haunted Mask 2. Definitely a must read. A Shocker in Shock Street. Oh, one of my favorite books and definitely one of the best episodes. Revenge of the Long Gnomes. My manager. This is when he was, he grew up in the 90s. He said that this one was his favorite. So, yeah. Shout out to Peter. The Horror of Camp Jelly Jam. Bro, look at that face. The Barking Ghost. Huh. Okay. Night of the Living Dummy 2. This is where Slappy, has his big break. The first book, he doesn't make much of an appearance until the very end. People tend to forget that. It Came from Beneath the Sink. Now this book could have been great. It could have been great if it wasn't for the sponge. A sponge. Could have been a gremlin. That's, if there were to be, matter of fact, R.L. Stine never made a gremlin book. Like any kind of gremlin book, and that's one of like the most iconic mythical creatures, if not creatures, whatever you want to call them. If there was a spot to put gremlins in a Goosebumps book in the original 62, right here. But hey, beggars can't be choosy. Okay, Monster Blood 3. Alright, number 28, The Cuckoo Clock of Doom. Great episode. Let me just fix these up because they're starting to pile up. The Night in Terror Tower. You two are Queen and King of York. The way he said York. York. My Hairiest Adventure. A lot of people's bottom 10. Attack of the Mutant. When I was young, I was into comics, and this was one of my must-read books. Now, as I'm older, I'm not very excited for the book. Oh yeah, so I told some of my friends about me getting these R.L. Stine books, and they're pretty excited for my opinion and my take of it, as when I was younger to now, and this is a good example. Attack of the Mutant. I was excited for it as a kid, not so much anymore. Oh, this one's disgusting. Ugh, look at that. Whatever. Not too mad. He did say that some of these books were, they're all readable, but they're just like some of weren't being disgusting. This one's definitely the most disgusting one. Okay, and anyways, Phantom of the Auditorium. Number 23, Return of the Mummy. Ghost Beach, read this as a kid, boring. Go Eat Worms. The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight. Definitely a top 10 for everybody, including myself, because I read this as a kid. I'm gonna have to see if that still stays up there, you know, as a kid. Deep Trouble. When I was young, I thought this was one of the most boring covers in the R.L. Star original 62 books. Now, knowing more about the book, this is definitely a top 10. Definitely a top 5 for me. Definitely top 5. Monster Blood 2. Why Am I Afraid of Bees? Bottom 10 for a lot of people. One Day in Horrorland. It's pretty funny to see that Monster Blood, you know, Monster Blood and Slappy were like the icons of, and the Haunted Mask were some of the icons of the original 62. And the kids of nowadays, the icon of Goosebumps is the Horrorland creatures and Horrorland itself. You Can't Scare Me. Oh, it's a shame how the story came to be. That swamp, you know, this mud monsters, whatever, the mud creatures, were just towards the end of the book, and they really weren't a part of the story at all. Just like the Abominable Snowman of Pasadena, a lot of people compare that book to the movie Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, where it's like the last 20% of, you know, the last 20 minutes of the movie, just that that book, just like the last few chapters, the Abominable Snowman is in Pasadena. Shame. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. As a kid, I thought this was boring. I read it as a kid, and I'm pretty excited for it now because I have a big, you know, anyone that knows me knows that I'm a big mark for lichens, aka werewolves. Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. Newsflash, my neighbors are piano teachers. They give piano lessons. Be careful what you wish for with the original cover. A lot of people's bottom 10, to be honest. I don't know why. I've never read the book. I've seen the episode. Oh, this one is the classic. The Haunted Mask. One of the best episodes, for sure. For sure. If not the best episode. Up there with Night of the Living Dummy 3 when it comes to episodes. And book, definitely a top 10. For a lot of people. Not for me because I haven't read it yet. But I do know the story to it, of course. It's that, you know, iconic. The Ghost Next Door. A lot of people's bottom 10. This, in my opinion, is my favorite book of the whole original 62. Definitely my favorite episode. And my favorite book as a kid. I read this when I was in 3rd grade. Welcome to Camp Nightmare. Really great episode, and you know that ending was great. The Girl Who Cried Monster. Oh yeah, I read that one too as a kid. Night of the Living Dummy. Read this as a kid. This is like the only Slappy book I read as a kid. Let's Get Invisible. Curse of the Mummy Tomb. Say Cheese and Die. Monster Blood. I read this as a kid, so that's pretty, you know, good. This is some of these are dusty. Stay Out of the Basement with its original cover. And number 1, Welcome to Dead House. Alright, so that's part 1 of, you know, that was part 1 of this video. I'm going to organize these books to my least favorite book that I'm excited for to read to the one I'm most excited for. So, alright, so